Alright, what's up everybody? This is Chris for MR2 Spyder Journal again, and now I have my wheel off and I have everything exposed here. Here is the bleeder, the vacuum bleeder, and that brick was just for the chalking the wheel before I took it off, so that doesn't matter. So no brick. So where do you bleed a brake from? Well, from a caliper. I'm not experienced with drum brakes. Usually there's some lower end cars or not. You know, high performance brakes are usually just discs, from what I understand. Just disc brakes, that's it. So you're going to find disc brakes on sports cars usually. Or anyway. So where does the hydraulic fluid come out? Well, this is where it comes out. They call this is a valve, bleeder valve right here. And this was what holds the fluid. And if you go counterclockwise in the rotation, as if you're looking at the bolt, so if you go counterclockwise, then it's going to lose fluid. There's pressure, there's hydraulic fluid that's going to push out when you open this valve. When you close it, it closes the valve, obviously. So here is how you hook this mechanism up. I'm holding a phone with my left hand, and my right hand is all I have to work with. So give me a break real quick. All right, so you take the end of this, okay, and then you put it on the valve right here. Make sure I got it right. Kind of just jiggle it on there, okay? All right. And then you take your wrench, and you want to make sure it's tight first. So you're just going to tighten it. Okay. Now the valve is still closed, but what we're going to do is make a vacuum. Now, for those of you who don't know, what is the difference between vacuum and pressure? Well, we say that like atmospheric pressure, we could just say is zero. So here, this is a vacuum gauge. It says 0. Okay, we're looking for negative pressure. So we're going to be, there's 5 pounds, 10 pounds, negative 15. This is what opposite of what you would have, say, in like a turbocharger. Turbocharger, is a pump. This is sucking out air, basically, just like a vacuum. Vacuum is the opposite of positive. Vacuum is negative pressure, and then boost, or whatever you want to call it, is positive pressure. I don't know the exact terms or anything, but that's the idea. So we're going to create a vacuum with this hand pump. So when I pump this up, you see it increases in pressure, 5. We're going to go up to about 15 to 20 somewhere, and you'll see the lid start to become concave. So we're at 10, 15, nearly 20, and we're checking for leaks right now. It's holding, so we're good. So the connection is tight. That means. So now we're still at about 20, okay? So now we're going to come here, take our wrench, and we're going to loosen this bolt, this valve. We're going to crack it loose. We're not going to unscrew it, just crack it loose. And you can see, I'll show you in just a second, you can see, there goes the fluid. The fluid empties into this container right here, and empties out the old fluid in the line. And so you can see now that this is decreasing in pressure, because there is now, where there was a vacuum, now there is something to fill that volume with, and that's the old brake fluid right there. It probably will be mostly new because this is the shortest line that I'm on, but you can see 10 psi, and we'll let it keep bleeding itself. one thing too is to help the air escape better. Is you can see how this is down, angled down. We can angle this upwards. Just kind of turn it around the other way. You know. So anyway, that's the idea. You create the vacuum by pumping. So I'll go over it again. Okay, we're tightening it now. So we don't want air to get back in, so we're tightening it. And so now it's tight. Okay, so we're gonna pump it up again. See, it's almost at 0, just about. Okay. Now what we're also doing is we want to keep an eye on the reservoir, because if the reservoir runs out, we're going to have air in the system. We're going to have to do this all over. And you can see that the reservoir is right about max level. Right about max. So that looks about right. I'm going to fill up a little bit more into this. And then we'll do one more pump for this wheel. For this brake caliper. One more cycle or whatever. So let me just go ahead and fill it up. Here's brake fluid. And we're just going to top her off. Okay. Okay, there's a little bubble right there, but I think that'll go away once we level out the car. So anyway, let me do this. Let me do one more cycle.